And a good Thursday afternoon. Thanks so much for joining. I guess it's actually Thursday morning. I got to stop myself. It's April Fool's, and here I am saying Thursday afternoon. Good Thursday morning to you. I am Aaron Nolan. Thanks so much for jumping on here on NewsNationNow.com and the NewsNation Facebook page, as well as your local station's Facebook page. A lot to get to, and especially when we're talking about Washington, D.C., because everything seems to be continually happening in our nation's capital. Kelly Meyer joins us each and every Thursday at this time. And Kelly, we talked a little bit about it last week, but it continues to be the headline here, and it's vaccinations, as many states are now opening the vaccination door for anyone to walk in. And it seems like the Biden administration is following suit and saying anybody who can get a vaccine, it's about that time to go get one.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think we discussed, President Biden moving his goalpost after he was able to meet his goal, his first goal on day 60 or so of his administration. So now he's saying that 90% of adults will be eligible for the vaccine by April 19th. And he also is saying that he is doubling the number of pharmacies where you can go get vaccinated. And even in this area, we're starting to see more appointments become available at CVS or places like that. And he also says they're adding 12 more federally run mass vaccination sites. He's saying that every day they are giving tens of thousands of shots to people who drive up, and they could get that in less than an hour and be out. And he's saying that many of those people coming there, 60% of the shots that are given are going to minorities because those are placed in minority communities. And lastly, he was saying that sending more aid to states to expand community vaccination sites. He said, quote, more vaccines, more sites, more vaccinators, all designed to speed up what he calls critical work.
One other thing, and this is a story that you and I shared this morning on NewsNationNow.com, is an effort that is called We Can Do This, a collaborative effort not only from the White House and from the Biden administration, but from a lot of popular media, popular sports programs, the NAACP also involved. And it's trying to eliminate the hesitancy to get the vaccine. I actually had a chance to talk to a professional athlete yesterday, and he is on the forefront of trying to get people to understand that the vaccine is okay. Tell me about this program that was introduced on Tuesday by the Biden administration.
Yeah, this is brand new and another effort by the administration to say, hey, go get your vaccine. It's okay. And just trying to increase that confidence for people to go get it. So they're really trying to mobilize people that you know and trust and would listen to when they say, hey, I'm getting the vaccine, you should go get it too. So like you said, it's people from NASCAR or NFL or WWE. A lot of sports groups are involved. Also faith leaders, veterans groups, Black groups, Latinx leaders, Asian American and Pacific Islander leaders, all over the gambit here, just trying to make sure that everybody is, reached out to here and encouraged to go get the vaccine.
So we continue to talk about the vaccine, and the administration and the White House trying to do its part, not only to supply enough vaccines for every adult in the United States, but also trying to stop the hesitancy from some folks who may not get it. I do want to read a couple of stats that is on this article that we're speaking about right now on NewsNationNow.com. By the end of May, the United States will have enough supply of COVID-19 vaccines to cover all adults in the country. Of course, Dr. Fauci is saying that the estimate right now is 70 to 85% of the population needs to be immune to the virus to reach herd immunity. But I have a feeling there in Washington, lawmakers as well as the Biden administration are really hoping to race toward that goal. I know President Biden said July 4th is kind of that circled date for him, that he believes everyone will be available to get the vaccine that wants to get the vaccine.
And I think you're also hearing, especially this big push to get people vaccinated and, reach that herd immunity, because we are hearing a lot of concern from the COVID-19 task force that there is a new wave. And not only is it coming, but in some places it's here. And, you heard from the CDC director, Dr. Rochelle Walensky, saying she was worried and she's scared and warned of this impending doom if states continue on this track of this rise in cases. She said she was making calls to governors to encourage them to keep their restrictions in place. President Biden said he's also encouraging state and local leaders to keep mask mandates in place and also to wait to reopen some businesses. He signed the Paycheck Protection Program Extension Act into law Tuesday to try to give some businesses more relief. That gives them another 2 months to apply for federal assistance up until May 31st. So they are really trying to say, just take your time, don't open too soon, and get your vaccine.
We are talking with Kelly Meyer right now, a Washington, D.C. reporter who covers everything that is political in the nation's capital. Kelly, I do want to ask you about the southeastern region. That's an area that you know very well. As mask mandates continue to fall, there are cities and counties who are saying, whoa, 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 governors, you may drop the mask mandate, but we're going to still ask people to wear masks. Where is that at right now in the Southeast as we talk about different states who are looking at ending mask mandates? I know Arkansas ended its, Texas is looking to end its. As far as the tug of war between governors and mayors who are trying to control this thing.
Well, it's interesting too. We're hearing about that vaccine passport and whether some states and governors want to implement that as well, saying that you have to show your vaccine card and say that you got vaccinated to get into concerts or things like that. And that was something I believe Florida's governor was saying, we don't want to put that in place to make people say that they can't get in somewhere if they didn't get their vaccine. And it was interesting. Even I think the Biden administration is leaving that up to state and local governments to decide in terms of the vaccine passport situation, but in terms of the mask mandate, they are encouraging them to keep that in place. It's something that President Biden has been very vocal about saying, please stay masked up for at least my first 100 days, which is now 30 days away from his first 100-day deadline. It's interesting to see the different takes, especially in the Southeast, and then varying even when you get to that state of what communities are implementing it versus what the governor may be saying.
Yesterday was Trans Day of Visibility. Another article that we have right now is the Pentagon Wednesday swept away Trump era policies that largely banned transgender people from serving in the military. What can you tell us about this move?
Yeah, and this came on the International Transgender Day of Visibility. We made this announcement just yesterday. And the new regulations will allow transgender people to enlist in the military and serve in their preferred gender. And the new rules will expand healthcare access as well as assist service members who seek treatment for gender transition. The change in the policy comes on the heels of a 2-month Defense Department review. And a quote here, a tweet from Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin says, quote, "Trans rights are human rights. And on this hashtag Trans Day of Visibility, I'm pleased to announce we've updated DoD policy on the open service of transgender individual." He go on to say, the update reinforces our prior decision to allow recruitment, retention, and care of qualified trans individuals.
I want to go back to our article here, and I think that I keep saying this because it's a great website to go to, newsnationnow.com. We cover everything that is not only Washington, but all news from across the country. As of 2019, an estimated 14,700 troops on active duty and in the reserves identify as transgender. That number might grow a little bit. What did we hear from the military about these issues?
Yeah, I mean, and this was something that they, looked into, as we said, for the 2-month Pentagon review and developing this policy. And it's interesting, Biden's executive order overturned the Trump policy. And it also says it immediately prohibited any service member from being forced out of the military on the basis of gender identity. It does change the rules of what we've seen from the past 4 years of the Trump administration. And for him to come out and make this announcement on that particular day as well. And then he's also, even within his cabinet, I know have a transgender person as well serving, who was just confirmed in his cabinet as well. So he is making some new moves on this issue and on this topic. So we'll see maybe what more action he takes from here.
All right. Kelly Meyer joining us. One final issue to talk about. Kelly, who did the number 2? Which one of Biden's dogs messed up the White House carpet?
Oh my gosh, so much dog news this week. I don't know. I don't want to keep blaming Major. I know he keeps getting into getting into the doghouse, so to speak, over at the White House. But no confirmation over here on that. I got to get on the dog beat over here.
I have a feeling you need to jump into this one. We can't just wipe this one away, Kelly.
I see what you did there. Yeah.
this is serious. I'm not smiling. I'm not joking. Our producer extraordinaire who directs these streams on the website said this is an issue that we have to talk about today. This is not number 2 anymore. It's number 1.
This is the number 1 issue. I will get on it. I promise you guys, you, Elise, I will dig into this.
Yeah, this may be this assignment's going to stink.
I think so. I don't have any more dog puns. I got to think.
You literally have no more information on this story. I'm trying my hardest to stay as straight and narrow on this story as possible. And you're not giving me any information here, Kelly Meyer.
I got nothing. I don't have any dog sources. I gotta work with some other dogs.
That's why you go to newsnationnow.com, where we have a full story there on the poo.
Do you really? See, I gotta
We do.
I gotta head over there and read up on this piece.
Okay, well, I'm going to read it to you right now because you can't go just yet after this. One of President Joe Biden's dog apparently deposited, yeah, we use the word deposited, a pile of you-know-what in the hallway outside the diplomatic reception room just off the South Lawn on Wednesday. Is that all the information you need to go on there?
I feel like there's more. We got to find out more. There must be more to it. There must be, find out who did it and why. I mean, there's more digging we got to do here to find out. We got to get over to the White House.
So you're telling me you're not one of the reporters who was accompanying the First Lady, Jill Biden, on a trip when they spotted the left behinds in the White House?
No, I wasn't. I wasn't
Kelly's
there.
so uncomfortable, Elise. Like she's dying to get out of this conversation right now.
I just wish I had more news or more information, and I don't have too much details on this. My apologies, but I will read up, and I will return next week with some more of the first dog news for you.
I sure hope that we don't have any more news on this next week, Kelly. All right, Kelly Meyer, thank you so much. We appreciate you taking the time. Happy April Fool's Day, and that was not an April Fool's joke story. That is real, and it is on our website. Kelly, thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Kelly Meyer reporting for us. She does this each and every Thursday right here on NewsNation Now and the NewsNation Facebook page. If you don't know about NewsNation, we're a brand new newscast, and we're not going to steer you which way to think, even if it is what is left behind from the president's dogs. But join us. We're going to have some fun. We're going to tell you the news you need to know about, the news you can use. I know that's a cliche, and then let you decide how you feel about it. We're not going to tell you which way to lean, left or right. That's not my job. That's not the job of my colleagues. My job is to give you the news and let you decide. Go to newsnationnow.com on the upper right-hand corner. Put in your zip code. We'll tell you exactly how to watch us right here on NewsNation. I'm Aaron Nolan. Have a fantastic April Fool's Day, and go prank somebody.